Good morning, everyone. Here we are on a Tuesday morning, and here in Marmora, Ontario, at least, it's nice and sunny, and I'm looking forward to getting outside a little bit to take part in this beautiful weather that we're having before the cold and snow comes back again. But anyway, I thought today for our meditation, I'm drawing a card from the Sally's Closet pocket cards that I made. And these cards are all based on information and the line of story that's in the book by the same name, Sally's Closet. And so the card I drew today says the following: I am willing to release old mindsets that no longer feel true to me. So that's our affirmation for today, for our meditation. And I'm going to read that one more time for you. I am willing to release old mindsets that no longer feel true to me. On our spiritual evolution, we do ourselves a huge favor by taking inventory of what we feel to be true to us, what our beliefs are now, um, what we've learned from our past experiences. That's using the wisdom of the crone. Remember, the crone, she's been a maiden and a mother. She's experienced life, and she can have two things happen. She can reflect upon those experiences, not to stay in them and dwell in them, but to learn from them and learn what works and learn what doesn't, learn what her truths are, what she feels to be true to her. Or she can stay stuck in thinking this is the way I've always believed things to be, or I've been told things are, and so I don't even question it, or I've always done things this way, whether it works well or not. I'm not going to even, look at a different direction. And that's stagnant when you do that, because you could actually be cutting out something, either a very valuable lesson to learn or a wonderful way of doing things, opening your eyes and really seeing around you the way things are. And it's okay to change. That's what we should be doing. We should be evolving as we go through life. And I know my mindset on things are a lot different than they were when I was younger. And a lot of that has to do with life experience. It wasn't doesn't mean that when you were younger you were, you know, thinking of things badly or the wrong things or whatever. It was what was right at that time for you, or things that you were told and you believed to be true just because they were told to you that they were, and now they don't apply to you anymore. There are things, even simple things like foods you eat and things you do, activities you do. As a whole, we've learned, go back to the food thing, that there are certain foods that aren't healthy for us to eat, or foods you can take to help prevent certain things, or certain herbs that you can use, and all of this sort of thing. Information that we didn't have and you didn't have when you were younger, but you have now. And you have that choice whether to stay in the past or to let go of those things that are maybe holding you back or don't apply to you anymore. So our affirmation then is giving ourselves permission to be willing to let go of what doesn't serve you. And that makes room then for new things to come in, or your new train of thought. And it's okay to admit that I was wrong to think this certain way. I was wrong to think this way about maybe a group of people or a certain person or a certain belief system or whatever, because now I've come to understand more and I stand in a different place now. All right, so are you ready to meditate? As usual, make yourself comfortable and we will begin. So close your eyes and start by taking that deep breath in through your nose and slowly exhale. Feel your body instantly start to relax as you breathe in deeply again. And exhale. Take another long, slow, deep breath in. And as you exhale, feel your shoulders drop, your muscles begin to soften. Take one more deep breath in. And exhale. Follow your breath all the way down to your feet. And imagine that they're planted firmly on the earth. You feel the softness of the grass, the warmth of the earth beneath your feet. And it feels so good. You feel connected to the earth, instantly feeling relaxation flow through your body. As you give yourself permission to make this connection, and you breathe, relaxing even further. You feel the warmth of the sun flow down over your body. You look up at a beautiful blue sky. And you feel your connection to the universe. Knowing that it flows through you and you through it. You are one. It gives you strength to know this, that you have a purpose, a place. And you breathe. You take your awareness to your heart center, in the center of your chest. And when you do, you feel your heart chakra begin to spin and open up inside you. You are reminded that you carry within you unconditional love of the divine. It is your choice whether to welcome it into your day or not. It's never forced on you. But right now you feel it. You think of something that brings you joy and love. And allow that feeling to flow through every cell of your body and feel your connection to all that is. No matter what's going on around you at this moment, you find peace. You find joy. And you breathe, and it feels good. You begin to feel more in control of how you feel. Feeling grounded and connected brings a sense of peace, clarity. I want you to imagine now, if you can, that you have a small garden. And you're at this garden now, and all around it is a white picket fence. An archway goes into it, and you pass through. But the garden needs some sorting out, some cleaning up. You see there beside you some tools that you can use, perhaps a hoe or a rake. And you begin to go around the fence, around the shrubs and plants that are in there, removing what isn't needed for the plants to grow. You place the dead leaves and branches or twigs, whatever you're gathering up, in a spot in the center of the garden, making a pile there. It seems like a big task at first, but once you start, it really moves quite quickly, and you're very happy at what you see hidden underneath the branches and the twigs and the leaves. Our lives are like this garden. We allow things to build up around the things that are important to us, our beliefs, what's true to us, our goals, what brings us joy, often gets hidden in, well, quite often the beliefs of others, what we're told, what we just allow to come into our life, and maybe even things from years ago that were important to us at that time, but we don't need them now. We've grown, we've evolved, and it can be hard to let some things go. But just like this garden, you won't know what lies beneath them until you move them. As you're clearing your garden, think of those things that you're now willing to let go of. What are things in your life that you can totally get rid of, or at least set aside for now? Perhaps you have a train of thought that you're trying to travel down, and there's something blocking you, a fear perhaps. Can you set that aside for a moment so you can see clearly what lies beneath? Perhaps it's admitting that you weren't right about some things, and it's really not about being right or wrong. It's about accepting that you're learning, expanding and evolving. And just like the garden, the more you uncover, the more you find. There's beauty lying underneath all of this. And it isn't long before the pile in the center of your garden has grown quite large. You might even be surprised at how many things were standing in your way of having your own beautiful garden. This is your garden, and you're the only one that can clear it. Just like your thoughts. You're the only one who can get into your mind and heart and decide what should go and what can stay. And you say to yourself as you're standing here now, looking at all the debris that you've piled up the center of your garden, I am willing to release old mindsets that no longer feel true to me. And with that thought, before you're tempted to spread around the debris in your garden again, you look in your pocket and you find a match that you light and set the debris on fire, and it quickly catches flame. You stand back and watch it burn down, down to ash. And again you say, I am willing to release old mindsets that no longer feel true to me. and it feels good to let go. And it burns down till there's just a pile of ash left. And you look around your garden and see how beautiful it is now that you've removed all these things that were stopping its growth. And even though you're left with the ashes, these ashes can be used to fertilize your garden. Just like in life, the lessons we learned were not a waste of time, not if we use them to grow from. You take a breath and exhale, feeling very happy with what you've created. You're ready now to watch what grows with an open mind and heart, having let go of any mindsets that perhaps stop the growth. It's exciting. You did this. So you leave your tools by the garden gate, knowing that you can come back here and keep it cleaned up, watch its growth, and even when the time is right, plant new seeds, new ideas. Now that you've let go of what no longer serves you. You make your way back now, feeling good. And you breathe in and exhale. Breathe in again, feeling your body now and your place back. And as you exhale, you wiggle your fingers and toes. And you find yourself back in your space as you open your eyes. Well, how'd you make out in your garden? Did you have a lot of things in there that you needed to get rid of? And did you find it difficult to get rid of them? Some people do that and they find they aren't able to light that bush. They're not ready to get rid of that pile of bush and debris yet. And that's okay. At least you've made a start. Hopefully you recognized some things that maybe were holding you back. But at least by doing this affirmation, you're starting the thought process of being open to other opportunities that are around you and recognizing perhaps a mindset that you have yourself that's been holding you back. Hope you get outside today and enjoy this beautiful day. Until tomorrow, namaste.